Right, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Hillmen Journey Save. We are going from the bottom in tier 10 to the very top, looking for Champions League and World Cup glory. And today we have two games for you. First off, in the Counties Cup, we play Selby, and then we have a trip to British Airways. And before we get into the game against Selby, let's just have a look at how things are going in the league. We are top of the league. Hounslow, they've dropped points in 1, 2, 3 of their last 4 league games. They're only draws, but that has given us a 16-point gap with having played one more game than them. But today, it's all about the cup before we're thinking about the league. Looks like we are going to go up, but it is still far too early to count on that. So let's focus on this cup game. We've got Selby. Not sure. They're in the Northern Counties East Division 1. They are 7th. They are predicted to finish 6th. So pretty good side. And we'll do well to beat them. But beat them we must. We are on the charge. We are looking for silverware. Season 1. We could do a double in this tier 10. That would be something. The Counties Divisions 1 and the Counties Cup. As we look to grow the stature of this magnificent little club, Hillingdon, the Hillmen, Hillingdon Borough, whatever we want to call them. We are looking good for promotion. But like I said, today, this is about the cup. We've got Selby. Sounds like there's something from the Peaky Blinders, but that's Shelby. As they have a fellow called Rogerson who looks for Jardine up front. Jardine is through, and he dinks it over the keeper, and we suffer a goal. We go behind early doors in this game. That is not the start we wanted. Bit gobsmacked by that. And it's just a long ball over the top. I think we need to look at dropping this defensive line back. We get caught out by this quite a bit, and what a finish that is by Jardine. I stayed in a hotel in Tenerife named after him, or he's named after them. Maybe that's where he was conceived. Who knows? All I know is that he's put a foot in, and he has scored the opening goal in this cup game, and Selby are on the attack again. Rathbone strikes one from distance, narrowly over the crossbar, but boy, do we need to wake up in this game. No one performing well as of yet. Got a yellow card for our left back, with Skelly. Little Skellywag. 93 people in for those interested in our attendance. So not the most we've had all season. Maybe they're expecting that we're going out today. But I don't know. I was expecting a win. Don't know about you guys. But Wilson Riney looks to Craven. Let's have less talk about a win, and let's go for it. As they've got a right back, Clamp, who looks for Rogerson. Is he going to look over the top again? He is going to look over the top again. Jardine cannot beat Craven to the ball this time, as Ryan Hayes spreads one of his. He's got a magnificent range of passing for this level. He really has. Lamar Griffiths looks for Allenby John at the back post. It's 1-1. That is what we're talking about. The little wingers combining to equalise. 25 minutes gone. The 93 people in attendance go absolutely bananas. Look, he just keeps this in and dinks it to the far post where Allenby John is unmarked, and he sneaks in with a header. Great goal from us there. Ryan Hayes, that was a fantastic ball over the top. I love when he does things like that. As Clamp takes the corner for Selby, and Hayes is the one that gets up. Look at his picture. He doesn't look like he's going to be winning many headers, but we need to keep an eye on this Jardine fella. He is absolutely everywhere. He's already got one. He had a great chance there. Clamp's going to swing another corner in. He does, and Walker jumps up and claims confidently. What a keeper he's been. He is doing a great job at the back there. There's not much he could do about the goal. But we're on the defensive a bit here. They've had more shots than us, more on target, as they've got Rollinson comes down their right-hand side to Clamp, who's been involved in a lot already. He is running away from his man as Rollinson looks for Jardine from deep. Modeste gets in, and I don't know how he's missed that, but we are so lucky to be level. That was a glorious chance for Selby there. Didn't clear the ball properly, and as a result, gave them an open goal, which they missed. And I'm not happy with the performance. Everyone's a bit fired up apart from old Beards, who's not taken Charlie Clamp. What a name! They're taking him off. I thought he was doing well for them in the first half. But this is the second half, and we're going to look to take advantage of that and get in down their left-hand side as it goes in for Allenby John, who gets up again, and this time his header is just over the bar. Come on, boys. Growing back into it ever so slightly. Got another highlight. Skelly with a free kick from deep, looking for Allenby John again. The ball's going to come out to Ryan Hayes. What can he do? Oh, look at that. Only a simple pass, but he makes it look so good, doesn't he? He brings it forward. Oh, I thought he was going to strike one, but he looks at Craven. Craven strikes one, and oh, the curse of the Poppadom wrists strikes again. Ogden in goal. He's had a mare. I mean, I'm not going to complain while it's going my way, but I do kind of wish that in the next update this gets fixed, because I mean, I know to be fair, we're in tier 10. Maybe we should expect a bit of goalkeeping like this. But if I was the manager and that was my goalkeeper, whether it be on the game or in real life, I'd be expecting that to be caught. Just like Lewis Walker caught that as he throws it out to McSkelly. McSkelly looks for Griffiths. Looks for Jack Griffiths, who's normally playing left back, but he's in the centre midfield. And Connor Deards is in here. Connor Deards, and he smashes it home. Surely, I mean, I don't know what was happening to us in the first half, but since we got back into it, we have been immense. Lamar Griffiths here plays it into his mate Jack. Jack over the top. Connor Deards, he's on it. Look, one touch and bang. The keeper had no chance. I mean, he threw one in for the second goal, but there's nothing he could have done about that one. As 3-1 now, with 23 minutes to go. Might like to make a change in a minute. See how this highlight plays out. It's Modeste, he's got the ball at the back. He looks for Allenby John, who, after a little bit of tackling, comes away with the ball. Ryan Hayes looks to strike one from distance, and it's just into the top of the net, but wrong side of it for all concerned. As we approach the last 20 minutes, let's look at making a change. Ryan Hayes isn't looking great, but I don't really want to take him off. Who can Doolan can come on in the holding role. Yeah, and then McSkelly deserves his yellow card. So maybe we do that and then bring on Danielle. Danielle scored an absolute screamer for us in was it last game or the game before? I mean, it was worthy of being on camera, to be honest. But no point dwelling on the past as we get into the last 8 or so minutes of this game. We look to see it out. Nothing's happening. Looks like we're going into the 6th round, or is it the quarterfinals? I'm not sure how many rounds are in this competition. As we have maybe one last highlight. Jack Griffiths looks over the top for Connor Deards, but it's mopped up by Turnbull and to Hunt. Looks for Dryden, who looks over the top for Jardine. He's in again. He likes that ball, and this time he makes no mistake as he slots it calmly into the corner and gives us about 90 seconds worth of panic as it's 3-2 now. Really, really, really should do something with that defensive line. It's only a standard defensive line, but I'm going to lower it, but we're getting caught out by that ball an awful lot, considering it is standard. But we see it through, and we are through to the next round. What a turnaround that was. After the first half an hour, we looked like we just weren't at the races. But we managed to pull it through, pull together. That's what we do. That's what the Hillmen do. We stick together, we pull through, and we advance to the next round of this cup. I mean, is this all the other fixtures? Yeah, that's not going into the quarterfinals, is it? Not at all. 5th round. How many rounds we got? Goes to 7 rounds before the quarterfinals. Wow. I mean, that is a lot of teams, isn't it? That is a lot of teams. Kidderminster under 23s, what are you doing there? They can't be allowed in this league, surely. But who cares? We are Hounslow day 1, so they didn't drop more points. So it's a 13-point cushion we've got on them, which I am happy with. They've only lost 1 game all season, to be fair to Sand. Let's do it down there. So that's a bit of a shock. But for the meantime, I'm going to go away and play the next game off camera, and we'll join you in a minute for British Airways. Boys and girls, change of plan. We were going to bring you the British Airways game Instead, we're going to get on a British Airways plane, fly all the way to Doha, and we're going to watch the World Cup final as England have made it through to face Brazil in the final. It's only fair. It's not every day your country gets to the World Cup final. So we have managed to sneak in, get tickets, and we are going to show you that game instead. Although there's part of me that wishes I did show the British Airways game, as it actually finished 3-3. We dropped points. We actually threw away a 3-1 lead and conceded a pretty much last minute penalty, which this guy Millard slotted home. So very disappointing. We was massively ahead on XG and all the stats. We should have done better, but we didn't. We dropped points. Maybe we were worried about getting to the pub for the World Cup final, which is a day later, so shouldn't really have been affecting them that much. But here we are. Look at this. We are in Doha. It's the Qatar World Cup final. It is England versus Brazil. The Three Lions versus the Samba. This is the Brazil side. We have got, it's no Jesus. That is a bit of a weird one. No Neymar as well. We've got England going with a very defensive looking side. To be fair, it is Brazil, so you can't really blame them. But I need to see that Brazil side again. Are they really going to the World Cup final without Neymar playing? That is absolutely ridiculous. If they have, they've got no Neymar. He's on the bench because he's not fully fit. Wow. Danilo at left back, Dani Alves, fresh out of prison. Everton Ribeiro on the right, Pedro up front. This is a very, very different side to the side we saw in the actual World Cup. But here we go anyway. Come on, England. Let's see what they can do. Can they do anything? Any highlights would be great. Definitely should have shown you the British Airways game at this point. Who needs a World Cup final when you can have Hillmen versus British Airways? As we have our first highlight, Ederson lumps it forward towards Firmino. Slabhead Maguire gets up and gets it though. Kane plays it back to Maguire. Maguire looks for Ben Chilwell playing. Didn't actually make it to the World Cup through injury in real life, which is unfortunate. But Maguire, Saka, he looks to sneak in there, but he gets another chance. He brings it back onto that left foot of his. He switches it massively out to Chilwell. Can Chilwell provide a better pass into the box? He can. He was looking for Kane, but Marquinhos gets there. Harry Maguire now to Declan Rice. Declan Rice tries to bring it forward. Chilwell looks for Saka this time, and Saka's in. 1-0 to England. No. Can you imagine if this gets disallowed? Imagine the scenes if that was pubs up and down the country. There'd have been beers flying, and it's been disallowed. Heartbreak everywhere. I reckon there would be at least £1 million worth of beer thrown over the floor after that goal went in, only to be disallowed. Wow. As Everton Ribeiro looks for the back post. And Declan Rice is giving away a penalty here on Fabinho. That is not clever. That is not clever at all. That is definitely a pen. You can look at it all you want, VAR. That is a penalty all day long. Declan Rice, blimey, you'd be vilified. No Neymar though, so who's going to step up? It is Pedro versus, I'm guessing Pickford. I forgot to have a look, but either way, he can't keep it out. Whoever's in goal, he goes the right way, and that's his first goal for Brazil. Imagine World Cup final and your first ever goal for your country. He'd be an absolute hero back home. It's Ramsdale in goal. So very different to the side that actually played in the World Cup. It's only really Chilwell, White, and Ramsdale. Yeah, you've got Tammy Abraham in the squad, Calvert-Lewin. Quite James Justin getting there, Joe Gomez. Wow, it really is a different looking side. It's yet to have a shot on target though, so maybe it needs to go a bit more attacking or a bit more positive. As this time Saka's onside, he looks for Sterling at the back post. It's hooked clear. Declan Rice on a yellow, nearly gave away a foul there, but he comes over the ball this time. Can he redeem himself? Go on, Declan. Yeah, he did brilliantly right up to the finish, as the commentary said. Not going to plan for England so far. They've looked like they've had a bit more of the ball and a bit more threatening, but yeah, you can't be giving away penalties in World Cup finals. As Harry Kane comes off for Marcus Rashford. Big call. That is a big call. I mean, in the form Rashford's in at the moment, you'd say it's an obvious one, but you just keep Harry Kane on the pitch surely. As Vinicius goes close, Ramsdale pulls off an impressive save there as the corner gets taken from this side for some reason. But it's Everton Ribeiro looking for Militao. A great header from Ben White from the looks of it. As Saka, nicks it off Vinicius, but nothing happens. I mean, I want to be demanding more. I want to fire these boys up, but I can't. I'm just a spectator. I'm here on a scouting mission. That's the point. I hope this doesn't come out of like our scouting budget or a cost to the club for me coming over here to attend this match. That would be a bit harsh, wouldn't it? A couple of grand out of our kit. They'll probably put us in debt. They bought a Mason Mount and they're still playing this defensive formation. There's 20 minutes to go. It's the World Cup final, Southgate. Throw some men forward, will ya? Let's get Foden on the pitch. It's Henderson. This is typical Southgate. This is why people aren't that impressed with what he's done. Here we go. Gone to a 4-2-3-1 with Ben White playing right midfield. You couldn't write this. As Stones just lumps it forward. I mean, I'd rather play Stones right midfield. He's, apart from that pass, pretty good on the ball. But yeah, it's just last chance saloon here for this English team. Brazil have the ball. Fabinho, Ribeiro, Marquinhos. They're just playing around now. Paulinho. That can't be that. That's surely not that Paulinho that was at Spurs. Surely not. Pepe. I mean, this isn't even nowhere near a full strength Brazil side. You can imagine the uproar if this was real. You know, you're never going to get a better chance to beat Brazil in the World Cup final than probably the players they've got on the pitch at the moment. And they're 1-0 down to a stupid penalty. Declan Rice. Pedro's in. And Pedro scored again. Is he going to be denied by the flag? He did look a touch offside. The linesman's not putting his flag up. He's bottled the decision. He's going to let VAR make the call. Is it going to stand? It's disallowed. See? Eagle Eye Potsy, mate. I'm all the way back in the cheap seats, and I could tell that was offside. What are you playing at, Lino? I mean, it wasn't by much. It wasn't by much. But England still have hope. There's still 2 minutes to go. Come on, boys. As Maguire goes to right midfield as a winger rather than a target forward type winger, and it fades to nothing. England's hopes dashed by the Brazilians. Heartbreak everywhere. Well, that was disappointing, wasn't it? But hopefully overall you enjoyed the episode. If you did and you can get over the disappointment, please smash the like button for me, and I will see you next week for another episode of the Hillmen Journey.